I mean, what is there to say? Hold on. Let me see here. Kind of figured. Hold on. Let me set myself up here. I need to set myself up correctly. I kind of felt like that would have been better. Hold on. Let me get much, much better. Okay. Plug these back in. All right. So, I know I ain't really been on camera too much and not really much of the excuse type. So, that's not really, I don't know. I just been going through it for real, for real. But, shit. At this point, the fuck we talking about here? Oh, sorry, I was just looking at something else. I definitely want to go ahead and say a few things. Let's go ahead and say that. Let's go ahead and do that now with no problems here. We're not gonna start this whole scenario where adequate adequacy. Oh, I'm sorry. Adequacy is not going to be the reason I do anything different. What I'm doing is going to be we're just going to talk real quick. We're gonna do we're gonna talk about a few things. That's really what it is. I'm rambling, and to start off, I am officially getting better with the, how can I say this? I know for a fact that my beat production quality has significantly decreased, and even though that, the circumstances are the circumstances or whatever have you, that, obviously I'm getting views or whatever have you, but to me it's like I'm definitely not doing as good as I used to be. Like, I was looking at my channel a while ago, and like even now, as a matter of fact, let me see, hold on, let me actually check just to make sure. Okay, so yeah, yeah, okay, so it seems to me that, given the circumstances of everything, it seems to be everybody is like, my audience is clearly being separated between, the shorts I'm making and the overall, my overall content as a whole. So it definitely, I had to really sit back and kick back on the concept, like, your boy might have to do something a little different than, what was initially planned. So to kick it off, like I said, I'm doing things a lot differently than what I had planned, and what is the best outcome is really why I'm doing what I'm doing. And to me personally, I'll say it like this, right? I put it out on the, I just finished revamping the BOC homepage, which is now called BOC Productions, which effectively is where I will be doing a whole community thing. Really, I will be giving features for people on the show, for people on my upcoming podcast. We're going to be talking about several different topics, such as the community as a whole, such as, you know, advice columns and stuff like that. We're just going to be doing a whole bunch of different stuff. Also, as y'all can see, I kind of, you know, I had to shake myself up. I was getting kind of tired of looking like baby Wolverine, you know. But no, all jokes aside, you guys will see a significant change, and I should probably explain myself a little bit and why that is what it is. So obviously, you guys know AI music is a thing. There's no real way to get around that. I can't deny that that's not a thing. I can accept that it is what it is. It's realistic. It exists. There's no genuine way of explaining why. It's just, it is what it is. So I started making AI music, and you know, just the concept of having different artists on different songs together is always like, it's always a good thing to, you know, overall see what this artist would sound like with this artist. And I guess that's what being a producer is really like, when people really examine it to an extent. Like, how can I look at what this song sounds like? I listen to this one song, and then, oh, what if this person was on that song with this person? How would that sound? But overall, it, to most people, it would sound confusing. And even now, on my YouTube shorts than I am my actual videos. And I'm not gonna lie, that does kind of bother me to a certain extent, because I'm like, I drop the hashtags and I try to follow the algorithm as best as I can, and then sit there and really try to. Did y'all even see that shit come through? And to me, I was just like, damn, that shit bothered the hell out of me, right? Because when it comes to the YouTube algorithm, to really like put your content in the rotation of it all, you would have to put a hashtag this person type beat, or a hashtag this type beat. Like, for example, when I started making drill music, which is getting harder to do, because I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm not saying I'm tired of drill music. Don't get me wrong. I'm not. Drill music grew on me, but it's like I'm getting to that point where like drill music is starting to die out. Like it's nothing I can sit there and say about that. There's no like for real argument about that. There's no excuse me. There's no real argument about that. And it's like half the drill rappers that you see people stop making beats on, it's like they either dead or locked up. And I'm just like, and I'm not trying to sound negative on it. I'm not hating on how another nigga get his coin, no matter what. That's not how I'm not that type. But I have my specifics on it with every artist. Like, I've already made this clear many times. Like, there are just some artists I don't like. Just opinion is an opinion. Like, niggas, I will be honest, I've never liked Drake. I don't like Drake. I've never had, I'm not saying I don't like Drake as a person. I just don't like Drake's music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't sit there and say, "Oh, I'm a fan of," or "I'm a fan of K Flock," but then turn around and say, "Oh, I don't fuck with Nadia Osama." I can't say those things, because at the end of the day, you got one artist that's dead, and then you got another artist that is potentially going to prison for the rest of their life. So it's like you have a fan base that wants this artist on a song, this artist type beat, and then you want to have a fan base that wants this type beat. So me personally, it's like getting difficult to keep up with it, because what the distraction of it is that even as a producer, you have multiple times and multiple artists that you could work with, and then at the same time you have artists that will chastise you for working with another artist. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm not saying that, you know, my beats aren't popping. I'm not saying that I have not sold any of my beats, because like there's a lot of my beats that I've already given or sold to several artists, worked with hundreds of artists at this point. Like my catalog is extreme. Like out of nearly 500 beats that I've put out since starting this channel, I think at least 150 of them have already been sold and used. So it's like you have producers that'll charge you like it's got nothing to do with me having a name or nothing like that. It's like if I really want to give that to you, I give it to you. I don't have a problem with that. I give it to you because I want to give it to you, not because or not because, oh, okay, I'm gonna make a diss beat for you and I'm gonna give it to you, and the person you dissing turns around and say, bro, you supposed to get that beat to me. No, that's not how that works. It's a first come first serve type of basis. And even now, like when I started posting the AI teasers and all that other stuff, which by the way, just to clarify, hold on, I'm actually scratching my foot, sorry. All right, sorry about that. When I started putting out these AI teasers, right, the intention was to not only post the teaser, but then like 2-3 weeks later post the full song. You know what I'm saying? But obviously I didn't stick to that. So it's like, go figure. Then I got back into making my mixes and all that. Like recently I did the 22 G's featuring Shy EK on a drill beat I made called Graveyards. And somebody hit me up like, hey bro, let me get that track. All right, 25 for permanent lease. Like I'm not trying, like I said, I think in the, what is it, 6 years I've been doing this, right? I think in the 6 years I've been doing this, I've sold a good chunk of my catalog. And while I'm not looking for the direct, credit, it's the fact like my shit is already there. My shit is here. Like if a motherfucker drop a track right now, that person could drop a track tomorrow, but my beat was already out like 2-3 weeks prior or 2-3 months prior. You know what I'm saying? But me, I think what I came to the consensus on was that because I'm posting, the AI music, the video games and shit like that, which on my gaming channel I actually said like I'm not about to, do the video game thing no more. I realized that honestly that should just be keep that same energy level on overall everything else, because it's like when you start a YouTube channel, the algorithm is automatically associating your channel with, like, okay, say for example you start a new YouTube channel, right? You set up the new channel and and they will ask you, what would you like to classify your channel as? You can start as gaming, whatever. You can anyway, you can do whatever on YouTube, it doesn't matter. But when you actually start the channel, right? Like when you actually create the channel, they ask you, what do you want to categorize your channel as? And then the algorithm itself creates a diameter and brings up videos from anybody that is based upon the description that you created your channel using. And with that being said, right, if I make a music channel, that means that everything that the algorithm is going to give me, whether it be rappers or beats or individuals rapping on other people's beats, it'll give you practically anything. And for example, like on the BOC Productions page now, right? So it's more so a behind the scenes footage situation. Like aside from the music part of it all, right? I was using Unreal Engine 5, which I was practicing using in my spare time. So what came from that was the visualizer that I did for my song So Unfair Part 2, which featured Nico and No Good. So when I did that, I edited that and then turned around and used the MetaHuman version from Unreal Engine 5 and used it as a visualizer for the song I had produced the part 2 of a song I recently produced for my second album, Vacant World. second Vacant World album. So, like I said, and then again, with like what happened was is that I backtracked it a second time, right? And when I backtracked it a second time, whatever. You're not relevant enough to even speak on it. So you can excuse yourself out my live. Man, fuck you. Like nobody here. Okay. Nobody cares. It's like fucking 1 a.m. Of course, it's not gonna probably be nobody on this bitch. Anyway, so it's like the situation, like when you try to really maneuver around the algorithm of YouTube, right? You got to understand, like, there's people who specifically search up certain things. Like if you have YouTube Studio on your phone, right? Or you go on your desktop, you can check your analytics, and then it'll go and then scroll down. It'll tell you how people find your page. It'll tell people how they find your videos and stuff like that. That's pretty much how I figured that. And to me, it's like I was starting to figure out how can I keep up with the algorithm, because the algorithm is ever changing. Because if I change one part about my channel, then the algorithm that was already consistent is going to change. And if I try to step away from something that I was already doing on my channel, then the algorithm is going to change again, because it's going to try to effectively match what I changed. And like I said, that got difficult mad quick. So it's like when I get to a situation like, okay, let's say I stop making AI music, right? That right there will probably change the algorithm again for me, because most recently the last AI song I did was a AI cover for One Republic's Apologize, featuring Juice WRLD and XXXTentacion. And then what it was is that instead of the algorithm changing around me seeing what was outside of my YouTube subscriptions already, it started to show me specifically more AI music. Like you got what is it? I came across this what is this, K Flock AI and Nadi Osama AI song, which was them covering 41, I guess 41 World song or something like that. I don't remember the name of the title exactly, but go figure. But what I did was, so I tried to go in my YouTube Studio and try to see, okay, where did they get that from, right? So when YouTube asks you to drop a tag on it, I figured, okay. And again, I learned this over the last, I'd say 7-8 months. So the last 7-8 months, I turned around and had a whole new setup for my YouTube shorts. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll start making some YouTube shorts. Start doing that. Next thing I know, boom, making the AI song teasers, 400 on this, 400 that, 200 this, 100 that, 87 on this, back to back shit. So, and because I already had myself set on a YouTube schedule, like the algorithm managed to send me shit early in the AM. Like I would say, like my average schedule, I say I post about, I would say about 4 times a month, right? And I'm trying to dumb that down a little bit. So right now I'm looking at my channel's analytics right now, and it said that most people find me via either the top out of the three follow throughs. People find me via channel search and via the hashtag. So when somebody types in the hashtag Vacant World, they find me. Okay, cool. And that's because that tag is consistent. It's not like that tag is everywhere. It's like everywhere on my channel, you see that tag. You see hashtag BOCREC, or you see hashtag Vacant World. You'll see those two. So with those two, you can consistently see like how many people really is really calculating, and how the calculations, the algorithm are being added to your channel as you pursue. So with me posting about 4 times a month, right? my the YouTube algorithms that's directed around the channels that I already have is being monitored, and then I end up having to, instead of looking up a certain song or a certain artist, it's going to have a song that features that artist, and then I can stretch it from there. Go figure. But that explanation out the way, you got this situation where, should I keep doing the AI? Should I keep doing the whole AI music thing? I mean, honestly, it's a 50-50 because, like, I definitely did enjoy, making the whole AI music situation. I definitely did, like, I definitely do enjoy that. And even when I sit back and look at some of the shorts I made, like, I think they were doing fine. I think they did fine, to be honest with you. And like, if I look at some of my more popular, if I look at my popular shorts or whatever have you, it's a like I said, dropping hashtags, specifically adding characters based off of, you know, just overall. Like, I'm looking at I'm looking at my shorts right now, for example, right? The highest short that I have is a mix that I did with another artist. Like I said, ended up doing, what is it, 559 views, and then from that point, like, even as I look through my YouTube shorts, like, some of my highest shorts are, I think the top six of them are, four of them are AI teasers. So I think, honestly, that's a pretty decent setup on its own. I feel like I did pretty good with that one. And even now, I'm just like, okay, cool, this is a banger. Like, that's tough. I can do this. I can do this. That's fine. I definitely can do that. And even now, like, okay, young nigga doing what he doing this, I'm doing that, and I think now it's like, now that I'm starting to really, like, look back on how I really am starting to move with the whole situation. I think, like, now, okay, yeah, we might be on. I might be on to something. So it's like, now I figured out how to really, like, work the algorithm to the best advantage. And now I'm just like, all right, bet, which is great. Shit, I ain't complaining. I ain't complaining. Shit, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's like, at this point, I'm just doing. I feel comfortable in doing what is, I would say, more effective, more effective. And even now, I'm just like, hold on. Goku spams. I don't even know who the fuck that is, but whatever. There's no people here. It's obviously no people where you at either. You on my shit. I didn't set this up for your entertainment. This is for my setup. This is my plan for my fans. So again, like I said, I'm working on myself here. Now, so back to the subject. So I think now that I've gotten to the point where I'm starting to really, like, master the algorithm to a certain degree, like, I think now I'm ready to keep it pushing. Like I'm ready to start, like, really doing something. And even now, I'm like, okay, now I can get my other pages on that shit. I'm starting to do the same thing. I'm gonna get all my pages on the same type of time. And I'm definitely not going to resort to, how can I say this, slowing down how my video progression, as well as my video drop list, like, I still got videos I haven't even put out. I still got videos that I've put on the private side, and I'm waiting to give a schedule to, because I'm just like, okay, this is all right. It's all right. This is all right. It's cool to me. Shit. I think I'm doing just fine. So it's like now I'm just like, I'm tough as nails. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me unplug for a second. I'm gonna get a soda. Needed something to drink real quick. All right, plug back in. But no, so purpose of what this was, purpose of what my live was even supposed to be about, it's just this. Now that I understand where my channel is and where I want to put it at, I'm trying to, like, I realize I'm gonna have to cut a few things loose. It's that simple. It's just that simple. And I think now we're gonna have to start doing, excuse me a second. Okay, I've left my motherfucking fridge open. My dumb ass. But no. Opening the door to a whole lot of new shit, really. I definitely want to. I definitely am going to say, like, I'm consistent enough with my channels that as long as I focus on where I'm going with it and how each video is going to be processed and updated at a reasonable time, I'll be straight. I ain't tripping. I'll be all right. Long as I keep my stuff at a reasonable long as I keep my shit at a reasonable time and keep my shit at a reasonable pace, I'll be all right. So like I said, I'm sorry for the lack of updates, rather. Like, I definitely am trying to be more consistent, because at the end of the day, I'm doing what's supposed to be done, but at the same time, not really doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm also lazy, so it's like I'm a lazy. When I'm not at work or some shit like that, I'm in front of my computer editing a bunch of shit that I've already fucking put together, and I'm just like, bro, I need to drop some shit here. But that's besides the point. I just wanted to tell y'all that. Just wanted to do this little quick live or whatever have you. But I love y'all. Y'all be safe out there.